Who is that? All right, I'm just doing live a minute, yeah? Are we live? Yes. Hi. Got me a cup of tea. So, it's Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Let me just tell everyone. Hope you're all well. Hope you enjoyed the earlier live. We had brilliant fun doing it. You guys have sent me loads of stuff, which I love. I absolutely love. I wanted to go through some of your comments. Let's just make sure that we've posted to you guys on the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. Let's have a look. Let me just get through it. Right, we're live. You guys have been chatting away on the 247 chat, as usual. We've got two of them. One that's in my name, Louis McCready's, and one that's on the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page, which is doing really well at the moment. Let me just say that we're live. Okay, right. What is this? Let's have a look. Right. Okay. So I wanted to start going through some of the comments because I've got so many comments. Hi, Elaine. I wanted to start going through some of the comments because there's been a real build-up of comments. Elaine, did you enjoy the morning's live? Just caught up. How did you find it? I just want to message a couple of people because Deborah is probably asleep. Deborah, are you asleep? Should be awake by now. I always message Colleen because I know she has problems getting the notifications. Who else? Let's have a look. So let's get Colleen. I did. It was very I'm. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look. So between you and me, guys, my son, who's only 15, is bringing his girlfriend here for the first time. Her name is Maddie. He doesn't like me to talk about it. Shh. They're not here yet. Right. His name is Giovanni. That's our secret, yeah? Right, so then we've got, Young Love. I know, she's a very pretty girl, and he's actually been seeing her on and off for about a year. And I keep saying to him, bring her here, let me meet her. And he eventually agreed. So my wife, Aurora, has been cleaning his room for the whole day. I've just hung a mirror up there for them, so it looks a bit nicer. All brand new bed sheets. You know how it is, guys. So, right, Young Love. And I think he's 15, she's 15, yeah. She was only 16. Love it. Right. Let's have a look. So, who have I told? I've told Diana. I've told Deborah. Stacey is on. Deborah is on. Deborah, did I wake you? Yeah. Is there anyone else? If you're connected to anyone else, please remind them, yeah? Now, I'm not going to do too long a live because I have to go shopping, get some food for my wife and my son and his girlfriend, etc. Yeah? So, I didn't wake you then, no? So someone's just sent me a short. Elaine, let's have a look. I have no topic. I just thought I'm going to get on before I go shopping. Let's have a look what Elaine sent me. I know this one.
What they say, an old-fashioned father. I was just pretending to be, what they say, an old-fashioned father. I was just pretending to be, what they say, an old-fashioned father.
So you was
pretending
So
to be.
Deborah, you slept through this morning's live. It was actually quite a good live, quite a long live. It was all based on 2 comments. One was an Elvis fan, one was a Priscilla fan, and I was like, really? It was like chalk and cheese, comparing the differences between the Elvis fan and the Priscilla fan. Now, I'm starting to learn something now about Priscilla fans, and I'm not being insulting, but they have become more Priscilla fans than Elvis fans, because obviously we all start off as Elvis fans. I have found when I read the comments of Priscilla fans, and Priscilla fans are very welcome here, nothing against them. It's almost like they've forgotten Elvis. Oh yeah, he's that talented, good-looking guy that I used to like way back. And now Priscilla is the new icon, the new legend, the new person to worship. So do any of you get what I mean? Now, when I read the comments I get for Priscilla, they're not the average comments. They're not like, they don't talk about Priscilla's life or anything like that. No. They put her on a pedestal. They're like, she's so beautiful. She's so gorgeous. She's had such a tough life. She saved Elvis's reputation and legacy, and she saved Gracelands. And it was her idea to do the Gracelands. And without Gracelands, Elvis would have been forgotten. They put her on a pedestal. And it's funny, isn't it, guys? We're talking about Priscilla here. We're not talking about the most talented person in the world. So anyway, hi, Jane. Thanks, Deborah. Right. So I wanted to read some comments. Now, there's a few ways we can do this. I'm just going to give you an example. So what I've been doing lately, I don't know if you guys have noticed it on my messages on my YouTube channel, but I've been liking and hearting and commenting on all of the very old comments, literally like a year old, maybe longer. Now, I do that every day. I do about 50. Just quickly go through them, quickly read them, quickly like them. Now, a lot of these comments were made before I became defending Elvis Presley. So you have comments supporting Priscilla, comments supporting Elvis, and many other subjects. And I find it really interesting. So I thought today on this, I'm going to go through some of them. If I can see if I can get them up. Let's have a look. Actually, I've had a few comments off you guys. Deborah says, this is a great live, Louis. Thank you, Deborah. Who is that? Sorry, 1 second. Hi, guys. All right, Maddie. All right, I'm actually live at the moment.
That's okay.
You can come and say hello if you want.
No thanks.
How you going, all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good, yeah. What it is, I'm going to go shopping. I was going to get pizzas for everyone.
Yeah.
What do you like, though? What topping do you like?
Any.
Do you like pepperoni or meat feast or chicken?
Anything, I don't mind.
But if you had to pick one, what would you have at your mum's?
Chicken?
Chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, if they got one, I'll get that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Gio, you want the normal, do you? Yeah. Do you like garlic bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 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 Let me just shut the door behind you, please, Rio. Thank you. So yeah, that is my son Giovanni. That's the first time I've met his girlfriend, Maddie. He's very excited. He's only 15. She's only 15. Shh. Anyway, as I was saying, so that is a huge lie. What are you saying? Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's click on the comment. So Priscilla Presley, do you wish you never divorced? Right. Let's play it. Yeah, I know, young love, sweet. It took a lot of encouragement for me to get him to bring her here. Trust me. He's too embarrassed, too shy to bring her here. Right. Okay. Let's play this comment. Let's play this video.
Perfectionist.
Do you wish Priscilla in a way that you had never got divorced from Elvis, and do you think that his life would have been different if you'd stayed together?
Gosh, to be honest, I think we were better not married. We had a great relationship. He would come over to my home at all hours of the night, talk. It could be 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I would have my daughter, or wake my daughter up, be with us, and some of that. My mother, the same thing, although Lisa had to go to school. He would come alone sometimes, and sometimes bring Charlie Hodge, one of the guys that worked for him, or someone else, and we would just sit and talk, and he'd bring in books, and he'd read books to me. And he left me with quite a few books as well. But everything just seemed to be more relaxed, more at home, when the tension wasn't there.
Well, yeah, Jane, it is cute, isn't it? And they've actually been seeing each other on and off for about a year. So, yes, I have to be careful how I behave around them because I don't want to embarrass them. Right. Now, the last ending of that comment was he left me quite a lot of books. He left me quite a lot of books, right? Now, think about it, guys. She divorced him 4 years before he died. Yeah? But she says he left me quite a lot of books. What is that? What is that? He didn't leave you anything. He willed everything to his own family. Right. Right. Anyway, let's go. Remember what we're doing. The point of that was to read the comments. Right. So let's go back to the comments. Now, I don't know what these comments are going to say. I haven't read them. I don't believe her. Elvis filed for divorce in October 1976. Elvis was taped on his private line by Red West. Elvis stated, and that wedding thing. And that wedding thing. That wedding thing. He's obviously referring to this conversation that Red West secretly recorded. Yeah. I had nothing to do with that. That was railroaded through. I didn't even know who was there. We were inside that little room about the size of a bathroom with a Supreme Court justice. It was in there and over and done with so quick. I didn't even realize that I was married. Yeah, we all know that, don't we? We've all heard that conversation. So let's read the other comments. Let's have a look. Right, here look, now remember, some of these comments you're not going to like because some of them are going to be people that believe the bullshit, yeah, that believe the twisted narrative that has been portrayed for the last 40-odd years. This is a huge lie. What are you saying? She was 14 when he brought her here to the USA. He promised her parents he would marry her. Wow, you have made this up. Now, come on, guys. This is why we're called Defending Elvis Presley, yeah? This person, who's probably not even an Elvis fan, is saying that she, Priscilla Presley, at 14, went to live in America. You get it, guys? This is why so many people speak so negatively about Elvis. I just hope she never got her hands on his last will and testament, and I believe she was asking to see it after he died. Hope Vernon did not cave in. But this is the point I'm making, guys. The point I'm making is this. But I'm trying to say that person who does comment again, yeah? Actually, this is not that old a comment. It's an old video, but the comment is quite recent. That person thinks that Elvis forced Priscilla to America to get married at 14. Yeah. Now, remember, we know she didn't move to America till she was nearly 18, and they got married when she was nearly 22, and they didn't have sex until she was nearly 22. So this person, Elizabeth, her name is, actually believes, yeah, that Elvis forced Priscilla to go to America at age 14, even though we know Elvis only met Priscilla for a matter of months in 1959, then didn't see her again for nearly 3 years. This is what's wrong with the world, guys. Why does the world believe all the bullshit? Why? Why doesn't anyone make the effort to learn the truth? This is just so unfair on Elvis. This is so unfair that people actually believe that Elvis married a 14-year-old. People even believe that Elvis had a baby with a 14-year-old. It's ridiculous. This is why we, Team Elvis, defending Elvis Presley, this is why we exist, to try and show the public, the general public, that they have been misled, brainwashed. The truth has been completely twisted. Now, I just watched the ending of the TV drama. How many of you have watched the TV drama, the Elvis and Me TV drama? It's the 1988 one, yeah? It was made for TV, I think, yeah? I just watched the ending of it. And I tell you what, it makes Elvis look pathetic. Because at the end of that TV, that's the one that they show that he raped her, yeah? It's got the scene in it that he raped her. It's the one that Priscilla played a very big part of making it. Yeah, I think she was like the producer of it or something. She was very involved in that 1988 drama that was based on this book. Yeah, the same as the Priscilla film, the Sofia Coppola film, and it just made Elvis look pathetic. It made Elvis look pathetic. At the end of that TV melodrama, it basically says, "Can you shut the door, please? Thank you." At the end of the TV drama, it basically says Elvis is groveling to her, almost begging her to come back. She's like looking at him like he's this pathetic person, and she's crying and he's almost in tears. And then he basically says, "Oh, maybe one day in another life we could get back together." That's how it ends. It's rubbish. That never happened. Yeah? There is no mention of any other girlfriends. The storyline is basically that Elvis messed up, was unfaithful, was on drugs, became miserable. She left him because he wasn't giving her any attention. She went off with Mike Stone. And in the end, Elvis completely regretted it and spent the rest of his life wishing he was still with Priscilla. Spent the rest of his life gutted that him and Priscilla had split up. That's how that TV melodrama ended. Elvis groveling. Didn't like it, guys. Didn't like it. Now, interesting to watch. Interesting to watch, definitely. Right, so let's listen to this. I know this is an old short, but this story about forcing him into marriage is a huge lie. Oh, that's good. Someone's defending Elvis. Elvis promised her parents he would marry her. Remember, she was 14 when they gave him permission to bring... Oh, my God. Actually, no, this is not defending Elvis. Right, I'll just say it again. This is a huge lie. Elvis promised her parents that he would marry her. Remember, she was 14 when they gave him permission to bring her back with him. Don't say thank you because it's not true. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, God. Right. Okay. Let's just reply to this rubbish. I'm just going to say this to this person. You have no idea. Have no idea. Please research. Please do research. She was 18 when she moved to America. And they got married at 22. Let's see if we get a reply. Wake up. Am I being mean? Right. Next video. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. Now, I haven't read a lot of these comments. So one person says it was his first love, but might not be his first. He was too good looking to be faithful to one girl and too famous. And too young, I would say. And too young. He wasn't ready to settle. Come on, we know that. Let's have a look. She had to have a life for herself because all she knew was Elvis, and with him running around on her did not help matters. But I still believe that they loved each other. I do believe that they would have gotten back together. That was her first love. You never forget your first love. Now, guys, you're going to laugh at that, aren't you? Right. Was it her first love? If any of you have read this book paints a completely alternate reality that she had many boyfriends. Yeah. On here, it says it was her first love. This is just a comment from somebody. It also says, but I still think they both loved each other. We don't know. Right, let's have a look. Next one. She had years to get back together with him and change sometimes. She didn't want him. She wanted the money and to do her own thing. Okay? That's a bit more realistic. Do we agree? She had years to get back together with him and change some things. She didn't want him. She wanted the money and to do her own thing. I actually think, yeah, that's about right. Yeah? Do we agree with that? Elaine, she has spread herself around. Loose goose, she has been all of her life. Now, now remember, this is quite general. This is old comments. A lot of these are over a year old, these comments. Now, this is what I'm trying to say to you guys, that the non-Elvis fans, the dog, right, come on, you've been out enough, come on. The non-Elvis fans, how can I say it? They have a generalization of their opinions, their views on the relationship with Priscilla and Elvis. They don't really know much. They've just, let me let the dog out. They've just been spoon-fed a couple of little snippets of information, yeah? Right, come on then, you've been out enough. You've been out 3 times today. Right. Okay, guys. Right, I'm back. Right. So this is why we're called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. This is why we have Team Elvis. Because I like to aim a lot of what we're trying to do here on Team Elvis, on Defending Elvis Presley. I like to aim a lot of it on non-Elvis fans. Also Priscilla fans. Because these are the ones that have been misled, brainwashed, that don't really know the truth, haven't made the effort to do the research, to do their homework, to understand the truth, to really know what happened with Priscilla, with Elvis, yeah? With the divorce, with the unfaithfulness, with the other girlfriends. They don't really know, do they? So, okay. Right, let's go for the next comment. I forgot mine. And know others who forget theirs. It's not always true that the first one is the one in your heart forever. See, again, people are like, oh, it was their first love. You know, no. Elvis clearly had other girlfriends before he met Priscilla. He had a girlfriend when he met Priscilla. He was still seeing Anita Wood. He was seeing the secretary at the house in Germany and other girls. And if you go by Child Bride, she was seeing the high school guy, wasn't she? At high school, she was seeing the good-looking guy, the bad boy at the high school more. And that, didn't she have 2 other boyfriends as well? If you go by this book, remember, this book has witnesses, yeah, and even used a lie detector. Right. So, hi, Emily.
When are you to the shopping first?
Let's have a look. I'm going shopping to buy food. So.
It doesn't.
Well, you can go if you want. No. Okay, let's have a look. Right, she was. Let me just have a look. David, she was over it. She really knew Elvis. The king was himself at home, not the Elvis. You don't know a true person until you got to live with them. I'm not by no means saying Elvis was a horrible guy. He was just a person with some character defects like the rest of us. On On top of showbiz, there's a lot to deal with for married couples. Fame ruined the best of couples in marriages. That's not even counting going on tour. You are correct. She was over it. She didn't want him back. I definitely do believe that. She didn't want Elvis back. I know that people have said that she tried to get back with him after an argument with Mike Stone. Is that true? I don't know. All these fantasy thinkers say them two would have got back together, just like I spotted Elvis and Michael Jackson hiding on Mars. I get his point. I think many Priscilla fans were in wishful thinking that Elvis and Priscilla one day would get back together, and they still show that story on the TV melodrama, the 1988 TV melodrama. It's still hinted at, isn't it? And honestly, you will hear people regularly say, oh, Elvis still loved Priscilla. One day they would have got back together. If he hadn't have died in 1977, they would have got back together. No, guys. No, they were done and dusted. Right. Right. Okay. I want to try and play a few videos as well, rather than just read the comments. Rose Lamour says they both fell out of love with each other very quickly, to be honest. They had love of each other, I am sure, but neither one of them were in love. Elvis said himself that he never found his soulmate, and Elvis said that he would never get back with Priscilla and that he would never remarry again. I would never go down that road again. I think Elvis in general never wanted to marry or have a second marriage. The only reason he wanted to marry Ginger was because he was desperately wanted to have a son. Is that true, guys? Do you think he only wanted to marry Ginger to have a son? Do you think he was ever gonna marry Ginger? Bearing in mind they weren't together long, were they? 8-9 months, was it? Never wanted to marry, not even Priscilla. He was railroaded into it, as Elvis said himself. I don't know why people don't want to accept the truth that Elvis was forced to marry Priscilla. Evidence is literally there. And I think the evidence is a few different things, but the main thing, isn't it the conversation? Shut the door, please. Isn't it the conversation? Yeah? So that's interesting. That's interesting. Priscilla, right, let's just read this one. This is 9 months ago, this comment from Rose. Priscilla takes more profit by looking like the poor victim of Elvis. And she certainly was not the poor victim. Mainly during the, I don't know what that means, wokish Me Too. All right, wokish. The wokish Me Too movement. Right, okay. That period of time, they both made a bad marriage, but she is the one making money by putting their supposed to be privacy in public. Okay, I get that comment. Right. Okay, so now we'll go back. We'll find another comment, but we'll also try and find a short that's going to go with it. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so she brought his fortune back. She did him proud. Parker robbed him blind. Okay, let's listen to this.
Very surprised. I mean, I never got involved with his financial situation, and when he did die, and we were allowed to see, what was left and what was there, it was a shock.
Years after Elvis's death, Priscilla, as Lisa Marie's guardian, took control. She successfully fought for state legislation to ban the profiteers. She organized Elvis's treasure trove of personal belongings. Even his plane came home to Graceland. But her decision to open Graceland, Elvis's home and final resting place, was controversial.
You got some resistance from some people about that, didn't you?
I got a lot of resistance. Why? It's almost sacred in a way that people look at Elvis and look at his home, which I can understand because I had those same feelings.
He's always liked a lot of makeup, and at that time in the 60s, especially 63, 64, heavy makeup was very much the thing.
Very surprised. I mean, I never got involved with his.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't doubt that Priscilla did get involved with quite a few of the decisions. Once she became the boss, I don't doubt that she was heavily involved. Her and her team and the bankers and her advisors and Jack Sodden, whoever came along. And I think one of the first things that was probably done was to make sure that all the other people selling Elvis stuff, that was all licensed. Yeah. So, Priscilla is a smart girl. She did rise to the occasion business-wise. She had some brilliant people around her to really squeeze the money out of the pot. I've got to give them all that, not just Priscilla. The whole team, they knew how to turn Elvis's name into money, didn't they? They were good at that. We have to give that. Right, let's have a look. Next one. Right. I hate to say, but Lisa Marie Presley's ex-twin's father is going to go after Graceland. Keep up your guard. I don't know if you can do anything about it. Now, let's have a look. That they're obviously referring to Lockwood, aren't they? Michael Lockwood. So, okay, that's interesting. So another video. I'm sorry, I don't believe it, but my opinion, who knows? Okay. Should we play that one? Elvis kept me a virgin. Okay. Now, do any of you guys think that Priscilla was a virgin? Hi, Philomena. Do any of you guys think that Priscilla was a virgin? Remember, there's an alternate story in this that says something completely different. So I actually can't answer that. Of course, we've read this together, haven't we? So, well, most of it anyway. Right, let's just play the video.
Elvis would take me into his bedroom, and then we would kiss long, deep, passionate kisses, and his caresses would leave me weak with desire. Yeah, that's true. Yet he never tried to go further than kissing her. No. No, he didn't. There was an agreement, I guess, he made with himself that the woman that he decided to take for his wife, he was going to keep her that way until he married her. Keep her a virgin no matter what. Right.
Well, that's, obviously, right, remember I'm live a minute. I've already made you a sandwich. Cheeky Tino is here. I just made you a butter sandwich just now. Do you want another one? All right, I'll make you another one. Not a roll. Okay, I'll make you another one. I'll make him a butter sandwich. Right, while I'm making him a butter sandwich, I'm going to put a different video on. Tina's obviously home from school. I'm going to play this one.
You're home from school.
You're not home from school?
You're home from school.
Okay, I'm home from school. Now, obviously, you have views on whether or not Priscilla is a virgin. Sorry, I can't stop laughing. Do you? Sorry, I shouldn't do that. Right. Let me just play this video. It might have to play 2 times. I'll quickly butter him a sandwich. Sorry. Right. Okay. Right. Let me just move this PC forward.
Was he not at ease meeting new people? No, he wasn't. He loved having his family and friends around him. He was comfortable. He was secure. He knew everyone. They knew him. He was able to do what he wanted, when he wanted. Everyone understood. He could throw his temper tantrums. No one would condemn him. He was at ease. He was around people that were with him for a long period of time. Where most people have friends and may see them throughout a lifetime, here and there. Elvis liked his friends with him because then you can share and you can do and be who you want. He loved having his family and friends around him. He wasn't comfortable having someone that he didn't know very well come in. Priscilla, was he not at ease meeting new people? No, he wasn't. He loved having his family and friends around him. He was comfortable. He was secure. He knew everyone. They knew him. He was able to do what he wanted, when he wanted. Everyone understood. He could throw his temper tantrums. No one would condemn him.
Sorted.
He was at ease. He was around people that were with him for a long period of time, where most people have friends and may see them throughout a lifetime, here and there. Elvis liked his friends with him because then you can share and you can do and be who you want. He loved having his family and friends around him. He didn't.
So we spoke, right, a couple of things. So we spoke about, if you look that interview where she's wearing that blue, well, no, God, Princess, come here. Well, you've been out enough. It's all right. It's because she's senile. Right, okay. Go on then. Because my dog, one of my dogs is 16, so she's a bit senile. So, and she's blind and deaf. She can just about see, just about hear, but she will stand at the door barking to go out, but then she'll stand at the door barking to come in. She'll do it for hours. She's like a bit not all there. Anyway, right. So just on that, we said this yesterday, when she was wearing the blue blouse, whatever you call it. Right, come on, that's enough. Come on. 1 second. Let me sort the dog out. Right, come on, that's enough. That's enough. Come on. You want to come in? Come on. Look, so she's come in. Sorry. She's come back in now. And in a minute she'll bark. Right, come on. Come in. Let me pick you up. Oh, there she is. Look. Oops. Oh, she doesn't want me to pick her up. Right, come on. No, it's okay. She's come in. She thinks she wants to go out. Then she'll go out and she'll bark and thinks that she wants to come in. She's like the equivalent of a 90-year-old person. Look, she's gone back to the door now to go out. Hello. But she's still really strong, got loads of energy. Come on. Ella, go and keep her company. Go and keep her. She's come back. Look. You want to come up? You want to come up? Come on. Ella, come on. Sorry, distraction. Right, it's okay. Now, this is Ella. She's 11. And she's the daughter of Princess. Ella and Princess. Right, go and spend some time with your mum.
Mommy's gone.
Yeah, no, her mum. The dog's mum. Anyway, sorry, we're distracted here. My point is, we worked out in 1979 to about 82, Priscilla spoke very well of Elvis. After 82, there's a change. Yeah? So, let's have a look. So, what's going on with Elaine? Elaine, are you being cheeky? Right. Can you do a live on Lisa Marie, her dad, the 9 years she spent with her? She certainly shared herself around. So a live on Lisa Marie and her dad. I think I have done lives on Lisa Marie and her dad, but do you mean like showing their closeness? Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. Right. Let's go to the next one. Right. What are we doing next? Okay. So this one is called. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, so this is Priscilla saying that Elvis flirted with women in front of. Actually, I better hold it. Flirted with women in front of her. That Elvis flirted with women in front of her. Let's just hear it. Let's see what it said.
I remember I'm with Elvis Presley and watching the girls running up to him, wanting kisses from him, running to the stage, coming backstage. Listen, being who he was and having all the women, jump in. Excuse me. Kidding. I'm only kidding.
I think you're only half kidding, actually.
Experience. Literally just about. Anyway, but no, it was an eye opener for me, and being married to probably one of the most famous musicians or singers in the world.
Hundreds and hundreds of.
I mean, there isn't anyone that doesn't love Elvis.
Right, and I love how affectionately you talk about it.
Okay, right, let's go. Right, let's see if there's a comment on that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I always say this to you guys. A lot of this I've forgotten. Like when I made them, it was such a while ago. It says, Jesus, none of her facial expressions are visible. All the normal wrinkles are covered in spray paint, making it impossible to read the smile or the emotion. What do you think, guys? Do you think her face is covered in spray paint? Okay, next one. Let's have a look. Lisa Marie Presley. Oh, no, I don't want to play that. That's about when she passes away. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get too upset. Right, the Anne Margaret affair. There we are. The Anne Margaret affair. Are we ready for this?
I wanted to be with him because if I left him again, that fear always came in. I'm going to lose him.
You wrote in your book that one of your greatest worries was about his co-star, Anne Margaret.
Yes, that's true. I knew there was an affair.
And did you confront him?
If I confronted him, he'd deny it.
Or get mad?
Well, that's usually what happens when you're caught.
So you lived with that?
Yes.
You wrote, Elvis controlled your looks, your clothes, your hair, your makeup. He controlled you totally. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm. I was definitely under a spell of what I thought was love. And I had to take responsibility for that too. I knew nothing else. I had nothing else. I had no experience, not even in life, but with other people.
Do you know what? There's two things on that. First of all, I laugh at the fact that a woman that didn't move to Gracelands till she was nearly 18. Now, remember how girls are with makeup, hair, clothing, yeah? How they look way before 18, yeah? I think girls are quite in the know with makeup from about 12 years old, yeah? She's basically saying that Elvis controlled her hair, makeup, looks, how she walked, how she talked, how she acted. It's just ridiculous. Does anyone actually believe that Elvis controlled all those things? It's just crap. But anyway, the other thing that I'll play that bit again. No, actually, she says, I was under a spell of what I thought was love. Now, did you catch that, guys? Let's play it again. What I thought was love. Let's have a look.
You wrote, Elvis controlled your looks, your clothes, your hair, your makeup. He controlled you totally. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm. I was definitely under a spell of what I thought was love.
Now, all right.
I had to take responsibility.
Right. Now let's get. I'm going to say hello to Bernie in a sec. Is it Bernie McLaughlin? Hi, hello, my friend. I just want to comment on that. Now remember, Priscilla at the moment is going on many shows, interviews, and says Elvis is the love of my life. Elvis was the love of my life. 50 years after they divorced, 51 years after they divorced, Elvis was the love of my life. We keep hearing it. I still love him. I miss him. We had such a beautiful time together, even though we know she divorced him 4 years before he died. Yeah. And she was horribly unfaithful to him more than once. And she was extremely nasty to him on the second divorce settlement, was brutal and cruel. Yeah. And even the man that she chose to be unfaithful with, Mike, the second one, Mike Stone, the karate guy, is the worst person she could have picked, because Elvis really admired the world of karate. So to pick the karate champion was cruel. Bearing in mind, this was They'd only been married a few years. They had a small child. Yeah. Mike Stone was married with kids. She had befriended Mike Stone's wife. It's all very nasty, all very underhanded. But she there says, oh, you know, what I thought was love. What I thought was love. But she consistently says, he's the love of my life. He's the love of my life. And in this, she says, what I thought was love. So is that proof that she didn't even love him? That she realized it was just infatuation? Yeah? A teenage crush. So did she love him? So right now, when she says, he's the love of my life, he's the love of my life, what do you think, guys?
Totally. Is that accurate? I was definitely under a spell of what I thought was love. And
Remember, 1985. What I thought was love. Come on, guys, we've caught her. That is a blatant, we've caught you. Yeah? Anyone agree? So I just want to welcome Bernie. Hi, Bernie McLaughlin. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Let us know where you're from, how long you've been a fan for. Have you been on our channel before? This is Team Elvis. We welcome you. Right. We're just going through some old comments and some old videos. Right. Okay. Let's go back. I'm enjoying these little clips, guys. Even though I made these like a year ago, more than a year, I think I quite like them. Now, just so you know, yes, we do daily live streams every day, at least 2 a day. I also make videos and shorts, which I've been doing for a few years. They're mini documentaries. Now, we've only been defending Elvis Presley for 5 months. So you will find that the small videos and the small shorts that I made over the last few years were not anti-Priscilla. They were very sat on the shelf. I definitely had the attitude of let's be kind to Priscilla. Let's forgive her. Let's not give her a hard time. Yeah, I didn't know the truth. I hadn't had my eyes opened. When I was making those videos, I had my blinkers on. I had fallen for the fairy tale, which I now know is no fairy tale. This is fake truth, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes. So, okay. Right, we've got about... I'm going to take it up to the hour. I'm going to try to, and then I've got to go off and get their food. So let's play a few more because I'm enjoying them. Right, here we go. Oh, it's a completely different one. Elvis meets the Beatles. Let's have a listen. Elvis meets the Beatles.
I was amazed at how shy they were. We walked into the room. Elvis was sitting on the couch and got up and said hello. They were speechless. They were totally speechless. They were truly like kids, you know, meeting their idol, especially John Lennon. John was shy, timid, looking at him. I mean, I really believe that he just couldn't believe that he was actually there with Elvis Presley. It was a little bit awkward because they just kept looking at him and not really saying anything and not really sitting down, just staring at him.
And I've done a few videos on the Beatles meeting Elvis. From what I've read, that they tried to meet him at Graceland, ended up meeting in one of the other houses. Was it the LA house, the California house? That the Colonel had said no pictures allowed. I think there's only about 2 pictures that was ever taken, and they're from a distance near their car. Yeah. I also read, I think, that Elvis was playing a bass and said to them, look, if you're all going to stare at me, I'll just go. I think eventually that Paul McCartney and Elvis started playing the bass together, I think. And George Harrison said that he went off with the Memphis Mafia for a smoke, for a spliff. And it is said that they did end up jamming together. Yeah. Now, could you imagine if that's true? I also heard that John Lennon carried on visiting Elvis for months after. He would visit him one-on-one. Is that true? And I also heard that some of the Beatles stayed friends with some of the Memphis Mafia as well. So, that's for another live stream, isn't it? So it's all very interesting. All very interesting. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. So this is Priscilla saying that her parents realized that Elvis was serious about Priscilla. I'll read the comment. If you want to talk about their relationship from the time they met, which they weren't really together at the time for a while, to the time she visited him and then later moved in and married and had his baby, then do research. Otherwise, don't run your mouth like you know. And do you know what? That's Taylor Presley. Yeah, that is correct, actually. That is correct, because people do talk about the time Elvis met Priscilla, yeah, at 14, briefly for a few months in Germany whilst he was serving his country in the army. They do talk about the relationship as if Elvis met her at 14 and was with her until she was for 14 years, yeah, in 1973. So from 1959 to 1973. It's just not true. He met her at 14 briefly, no relationship for a couple of months. Then he goes back to Germany after a couple of months of meeting her to carry on with his film career, the Frank Sinatra show, making albums. And then 3 years later, she visits him in America at Graceland. So people just assume they were married for 14 years. I would say the marriage, if you go by the fact that she was unfaithful to him in around March 1968, the marriage didn't even last a year. They had a fake marriage for a couple more years, and then it all it's by the end of 1971, guys, it's all over. So their marriage was very short, couple of years, guys. Right, let's play this.
21 days after, it was like a nightmare for them. That, oh my God, this is bigger than we ever expected.
And we couldn't understand why he kept on calling, but still, it just didn't seem to register,
Well, then we began to get maybe the idea that things were a little bit further along, more serious than what we had thought about in the past.
Elvis and I communicated really when he left Germany by music. He would send me records like Take Good Care of Her, I'll Say the Last Dance for Me, Hey, Hey, Paul, I Want to Marry You One Day, Sealed with a Kiss.
It makes me feel a little more like I'm there with her.
I, in turn, would send him back, I'll Say the Last Dance for You, Soldier Boy. But that's how he communicated, and I would always wait in the mail for my 45 to come in.
Maybe we were too naive at that time, but...
So, is that true? Did they send each other records? I love all the songs that she mentions. They're the ones that we were playing at our disco the other day, yeah? Soldier Boy, all those. Right, let me just read this comment. Elvis was both besotted and infatuated with her from when he first met her. Many of his army pals and the Memphis guys he had living with him in his rented German home. Annie, what's your name? Sorry, thanks for joining us. Obviously, we've seen you comment regularly on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. But I will just say this to you. You say he was infatuated with her, he was besotted with her. Then if that is the case, why did he go back to America and not see her for nearly 3 years? Not see her for nearly 3 years. Now, if Elvis was infatuated with her and besotted with her, surely, because he only met her for a matter of months in Germany, yeah? Between 2 and 6 months maximum. Could be 6 months, yeah? Now, when he goes back to America, why, if he's besotted with her and infatuated with her, why did he not see her for 2.5 to 3 years? I ask you that. She was someone who reminded him of home, someone he could talk to and still vulnerable and still dealing with the death of his mother. Well, it was nearly a year after the mother's death, wasn't it, Elaine? I'm not convinced that he was besotted with her. Contact her a handful of times. Yeah, he contacted her a handful of times, phoned her a few times, yeah? So Bernie says she reportedly reminded him of Deborah Paget. It's Bernie. It's funny you mentioned that. Bernie, where are you from, my friend? Now, we've got the Child Bride book. One of the things that is said is that Priscilla did her hair like Deborah Paget. Yeah, is that right? So this is Elvis with Deborah Paget. Now, it is said that Priscilla did her hair like Deborah Paget because she wanted to basically get with Elvis. It was all pre-planned in this book. Not my opinion, the opinion of this book. And that she had a cunning plan to get Elvis. And part of it was to make herself look like Deborah Paget. Is this true? Does anyone believe this? That is Priscilla with her hair like Deborah Paget. And what we've read is that Elvis had a crush on Deborah Paget, but Deborah Paget's, parents just weren't going to allow it. Yeah, but they did actually quite like each other. And some say that Elvis had a crush on Deborah Paget for years and years after. So what do you think, guys? Northern Ireland. My son is engaged to a girl from Northern Ireland. And so I may see you one day. Let's have a look. If he had a besotted, then he would have contacted her more. I think if Elvis really liked her as much as you say, he would have got with her sooner than waiting until she was nearly 18. Nearly 18, yeah? Middle of 1962. So just read the article from the British Reporter. He invited his Furman home 2 days before he was due to leave Germany. The reporter's name was Peter Hopkins, and it was Elvis himself who told him about Priscilla Bueller. Next, I have no doubt that Elvis was taken by Priscilla's beauty. She was unusually beautiful for such a young girl. And I have no doubt that she had an impact on him, yeah? That he couldn't get her out of his head. But he still chose to get back to America as soon as possible and start doing the Frank Sinatra special, the GI Blues film, and making 3 albums with RCA Victor. So he wasn't hanging about waiting for Priscilla. He was not. Now, I believe that she was hounding him with letters and phone calls and sending him these records? Yeah, I would say she pushed it. She made it happen. Do I believe that the parents encouraged their daughter to get with this super rich man that was the most famous man in the world? The parents, very poor, yeah? Living in a normal tiny little house. The opportunity to go and live at Gracelands in America, in that celebrity world. Very possible. So let's have a look. She did look like Deborah Paget. Priscilla was always a calculating woman from a very young age. And we're starting to learn this, Bernie. This book is exposing that. And just so you know, Bernie, we have very strong opinions about this book being a pack of lies, in our opinion. This book was written to turn the public against Elvis in favor of Priscilla. Priscilla to be the victim, the poor, sweet, innocent victim. In our opinion, for entertainment purposes. It reminds me of a Single White Female movie. Is that, Elaine, are you on about the one that Jane Fonda's daughter's in? Is that the one? Brilliant film. He knew he couldn't pursue their relationship because of her young age. Once she was 17, 18, he pursued the relationship. Remember, right, Annie, can you tell me your name? I'd like to talk to someone's name, yeah? Annie, where are you from, my friend? Yeah? How long have you been a fan? Now, this is what I think. Elvis Presley, in his 20s, late 20s by now, yeah? Many girlfriends over 20. Over 20. I don't think you will hardly name any girlfriends that Elvis had that was under 20 when Elvis was over 25. I repeat, I don't think you will. I think you'll struggle to find any girlfriend that Elvis had under 20 once Elvis was over 25. So I'm not sure. Do you get the? I get the impression from you that you think Elvis preferred women under 20? You just said here when she reached 17, 18, he pursued her. Do you have any proof of that? I repeat, do you have any proof that Elvis pursued Priscilla at age 17, 18? Because I would say this, more than likely she pursued him. She wrote to him constantly, phoned him constantly, and sent him these records constantly. And she pressured him to allow her to come over. Do I think Elvis had a bit of a fascination with Priscilla? It's possible. It's possible. She was very, very beautiful lady. Very beautiful. Right. Right. So Elaine says she did all the chasing. We don't know that. Yeah. Yes, you're right. She chased Steve Peck. She chased Mike Stone. She's known for chasing. I'll accept that. If she liked someone, she got her man. Very stunning lady in her 20s and 30s. Very beautiful lady. Yeah. Read Elvis and Me, when it was published, she subsequently exposed her lies again and again over the years. I agree. We've been going through this book, haven't we? And I'm not falling for any of it. Almost every word in that book can be disproven. And I would say that Priscilla can't prove anything in this book. This book that was written 7 years after Elvis died by an ex-divorcee that humiliated him, that was seriously unfaithful, and robbed him of millions. This book is a pack of lies. Right, so Annie, you've been an Elvis fan for 64 years. Do you know what? I keep hearing this from people that, right, I want to try and be respectful. I've been an Elvis fan for 54 years. Everyone on here now, please tell me how many years you've been an Elvis fan for. Please let Annie know. And I'm trying to be respectful. Annie, please tell me your name. Everyone right now, tell me how long you've been an Elvis fan for. So you've been an Elvis fan for 64 years. Well, you got company, my friend. Please tell Annie how many years you've been an Elvis fan. I'll start with me. 54, actually, it's 53 years. It is me. I am 57 years old. Right. Keep going, guys. Let's let Annie know how long you guys have been fans for. Deborah, 62 years. Keep going, guys. Now, I say this respectfully. Many of the people that come onto this channel with strong views about Elvis and Priscilla and the Memphis Mafia and Dr. Nick and Colonel Tom Parker try and use the fact that they've been fans for a lifetime to say that they know better. Nah. Team Elvis. There are hundreds of us, and we have been fans of Elvis for over 50 years, over 60 years. So you've got good company, my friend. So let's try and stick to the facts. Let's try and find some research. Let's try and back up what we're saying. We can use a bit of common sense. Bernie, 59 years. Stacy, 48 years. Jane, 47 years. Emily, 60 years. Yvette, 50 years. Yeah, get it? Now I'm trying to be respectful. Now I've asked you 3 times. Can you just tell me your name? Yeah, please tell me your name. I show respect. My name's Louis. I'm from Southwest UK. I'm a lifelong fan of Elvis. We are here to defend Elvis. Everybody here, tell Annie your name. What is your name, guys? Say your names, please. Elaine, 56 years. I have been Elvis and Me, first time version. Its pages are yellow. Well, that's really good, Annie, but tell me your name. Tell me your name. That shows me respect. What's your name? Where are you from? Come on. It's basic friendliness. Let's be friendly and respectful and kind to each other. We're all good-hearted people here. We've got Emily, Deborah. Tell us your name, guys. Everyone, tell Annie your name. So, Michelle Arundel for 46 years. Let's play another video. How you going, Michelle? Hello, Gio. We got Bernie. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Jane. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Deborah. Yeah? Elaine, you're so funny. You make me laugh. Elaine with her Dr. Nick with the white hair. Here we go. Here we are. Look. Dr. Nick. Elaine. Dr. Nick. What do you think? Dr. Nick? Pretty cute, yeah? It doesn't matter how long anyone's been an Elvis fan. I just love the man, the entertainer, and everything he did for us and left us. Okay, me too. Me too. We love Elvis. We love his music. We love the way he looked. But we are here to defend him. And we know each other's name. We know each other's name. Yeah? And we know where each other are from. Yeah? And we've all been lifelong Elvis fans. Right. Hi, Gio. Gio's been a fan since 1976. The year I was born. Not really. I was actually born in 1967, 10th of July. Right, let's play a couple more videos. Right, let's go back to it. Let's find some more videos. Come on, we like these videos. Like when my wife gets back, I'm going to have to shoot off. I can't leave because Tino's here. Let's have a look. There we go. We'll play this for Annie. Annie, we're going to give you a name. We're going to call you. It doesn't matter how long anyone's been an Elvis fan. I just love that, right? Being an Elvis fan doesn't equate to being a Priscilla hater. Do you know what? If you go back on my last 50 videos, every one of them I have said, I am not a Priscilla hater. I don't hate Priscilla. I want her to meet me and apologize to the Elvis fans around the world for treating Elvis so badly. I'm not here to hate on Priscilla. I say it on every video. But what I do want is to get to the truth so we can defend Elvis. We are here to find the truth together, not just me, with the hundreds of Elvis fans here. We are here to get the truth out there because Priscilla has been, in our opinion, lying and being cruel to Elvis for 50 years. Not just Priscilla, the Memphis Mafia and many other people have been wrong. Elvis cannot defend himself. Elvis cannot defend himself. He's dead. This book was written by Priscilla Presley to rewrite history. Elvis had no involvement in this book. Nothing. Zero. Yeah? No witnesses. Nothing in this book was said by Elvis. This has been written by one person. One person. And this book has been treated like history for 50 years. Not 50 years, sorry. For nearly 40 years. Every interviewer that has interviewed Priscilla have used this book to question Priscilla and have treated every word that Priscilla says as truth. As truth. How is that fair? How is that fair? If you want to just call us Priscilla haters, why did you join our live stream? If we are just Priscilla haters, why did you join our live stream? You know that I did a live stream yesterday on Colonel Tom Parker. I did one on Dr. Nick. I did one on Mike Stone. I also did a live stream on Elvis's different girlfriends. I did a live stream on Priscilla's different boyfriends. All of my topics are not about Priscilla. So calling us a Priscilla hater channel, you need to go and look at the videos. Go and look at my videos. And I have covered every aspect of Elvis's life. I've covered his childhood, the army years, the Graceland years, the 68 comeback, the Vegas years. I've covered every part of Elvis's life. Every part. Yeah? Not just Priscilla. Not just Priscilla. Right. If we can all agree to disagree respectfully, then I think we're doing a fair justice to Elvis. I do. That's fine. I definitely agree that we can have different opinions. We can debate things. Yeah. But I won't have views forced on us. I won't have views forced on us. If we can prove things, if we have documents, evidence, proof, then that's different. Yeah. But calling us haters, that's good. Well, if you've been joining every live stream, the least you could do is tell us your name. But if you've been joining every live stream, you'll see yesterday I did 2 live streams, nothing to do with Priscilla. Yeah, you would have watched the Dr. Nick one, you would have watched the Mike Stone one, you would have watched the Colonel Tom Parker one. Yeah, shall I get them up? Let's have a look. Let's get them up, shall we? So let me see if I'm going to get internet. So we've got, Dr. Nick, Colonel Tom Parker. We had a disco. There's literally, I can go through hundreds of videos I've done. We've got a Scientology one. Hundreds of videos that I've done that have nothing to do with Priscilla. All of the Memphis Mafia. Many different members. Riley Q, Lisa Marie, Finley and Harper. Lots of videos here. Nothing to do with Priscilla. But is Priscilla our main topic for defending Elvis Presley? Definitely. She has done so much wrong. Now, are you one of these people that have been brainwashed and you believe that there was this beautiful romance and the only reason it went wrong is because Elvis was unfaithful and was a drug addict? Because that's the impression I get from many Priscilla fans, that there was this beautiful romance and the only reason it went wrong is because Elvis took drugs and Elvis was unfaithful. If it wasn't for that, everything would have been fine. When the truth is, it went wrong because Priscilla was very, very unfaithful during the marriage. Unfaithful just after Lisa Marie was born. Then again with Mike Stone. Yeah? Right, let's read some comments. Your undertone says otherwise, that you are here. Isn't it to see that you can find hate here? Sorry to disappoint you. There's no hate in me. No hate in me. If Priscilla sat with me now, I'd have a good chat with her, but I would ask her some tough questions. No hate. I'd love to hear her apologize. If you really love Elvis, then would you be upset at all the lies that have been said about him? Well said, Emily. Thank you. She betrayed her own lies over the years. Nobody is hating on her, but exposing her lies. Bernie, thank you. And remember, she forgets her lies. She forgets her lies. You will find this channel very different, as we do not hate Priscilla Bueller, but we will call her out on her lies, which we have proven over and over. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Elvis was betrayed by way too many people throughout his life, or to make themselves feel more important, and that goes for men and women. That's fair enough. Okay. We look at others to not just, we definitely do. Go through my videos. There's nearly 5,000 videos. Nearly 5,000. You'll see that it isn't just Priscilla. You are welcome here. Please go back and look at all the other videos. You will learn a lot. Well, if any has said he or she joins many of our lives, so we would have thought the amount of lives that we've done, doing 2 a day at least, we got the message across. Yeah. Bernie, Priscilla is the one who has made the biggest industry money and career out of exploiting her time with Elvis, which any current interviews with her, and she changes her story again and again. Very true. Yeah, everyone knows that I started off with a different channel name. My original Elvis channel name was Louis' World of Elvis. I was definitely not an Elvis defender. I mean, we were not called Defending Elvis Presley. I've made many videos on this. The reason I changed to Defending Elvis Presley was because of you guys kept telling me off, kept saying to me, get your facts right, learn about Priscilla, learn about the wrongdoing that Priscilla did. This is 5 months ago. I've done many videos on this. And you guys changed my mind. You guys forced me to do my research. I had to remove my blinkers. I was conned by the fairy tale. I was blindsided, guys. It took me a while to open my eyes. It did. And I've always admitted this to you guys again and again and again. I actually think the fact that I never used to, the fact that I didn't know the truth about Elvis and Priscilla is why I think I can do the job so well now, because there's no hate in me for Priscilla. There's more that I just want to get to the truth, expose the wrongdoing so that we can defend Elvis because he can't defend himself. This is where I am. It's always about, right, Elvis is the one that a lot of us are embarrassed how people react when we tell them we're Elvis fans. Yeah, you tell someone you're an Elvis fan, a non-Elvis fan, they will give you a dirty look and call him names. I could go in the street now and say to someone, oh yeah, I run an Elvis channel. I'm an Elvis fan. I've always been an Elvis fan all my life. And they will go, ugh, he's a pedophile. He's a rapist. He's a drug addict. How can you defend him? Get it? Get it? I don't want to be embarrassed anymore. I don't want to be ashamed of strangers thinking that these horrible things about Elvis. So I think I can make a difference with Team Elvis. I think we can change people's mind. I think if we got an apology from Priscilla, we may be able to make a difference. You imagine if Priscilla went on national news and apologized to Piers Morgan on TV, on national news, in all the tabloids, the way that Elvis's image would change. Because at the moment, the image is this. The image is he was very talented, very beautiful, yeah? But he was a pedo, a rapist, a controller, a groomer, that he was an adulterer, yeah? That's the image that Elvis has to, that poor Elvis, who is dead, this is the image that Riley Keough and Finley and Harper have to put up with every day, every minute, every hour. Yeah, because we all know Elvis was a fantastic singer and beautiful man. Yeah, we all know that. But how many people, the general public around the world, know that Elvis was a decent man and that this is a load of bull, that this is the truth twisted, the truth reinvented to make Priscilla look like the victim and Elvis look like the bad guy? How many know? So I don't want to be embarrassed to the general public. I'm a very proud Elvis fan. I love Elvis. I'm proud to the core of my heart. And I love Lisa Marie as well. I want to help defend Riley Keough, Finley and Harper, Benjamin's memory, Vernon and Gladys. I want to be there for the bloodline. Yeah? The more we get the public to understand that the way Elvis has been portrayed and perceived and his image and his reputation, when we get that out there in the correct way, things are going to change. The Priscilla film did a lot of damage. Sofia Coppola's film, Priscilla, did a lot of damage. It undid any good that was done by the Baz Luhrmann film, Elvis. Yeah? So why is it fair that the Priscilla film can harm Elvis's image and reputation, damage his legacy, and no one's... Who's defending Elvis? Who is defending... If Elvis can't defend himself, who's going to defend him? It always comes down to us, the fans. Yeah? The Elvis fans. Team Elvis. The different YouTube channels defending Elvis. The different social media channels defending Elvis. And the more of us there are, the more we grow, then we can make a difference. We can make a difference. Right. Let me just go back a little bit. So you get where I'm coming from. Yeah? I know we've got an uphill task, and I also know that me expecting Priscilla to have an interview with us or with with Piers Morgan is like 99% not going to happen. But why not try? Why not try? Why not give it a go? Why not fight for that apology? because it will change everything. If Priscilla finally just said, do you know what? I did things wrong to Elvis. Elvis isn't the one that is responsible for everything. Elvis isn't the one that did everything wrong. If we got Priscilla to say that, you imagine the way Elvis's image around the world would change. People would start going, oh, maybe the things that we're hearing about Priscilla and Elvis aren't true. Yeah? Get it? So we're going to try. So Elvis was betrayed by way too many people throughout his life to make themselves feel more important. And that goes for men and women. Let's have a look. I know, Elaine, there is no hate in me. I don't think you're hateful. I definitely don't think Annie is hateful. Let's have a look. You are very welcome here. Please go back and look at other videos. Yeah, let's have a look. Bernie. Priscilla is the one that has made the biggest money of the career, exploiting her time with Elvis. Watch any current interview with her and she changes the story. Right, let's have a look. Priscilla does not articulate when speaking in interviews at all. She lives in the past, sadly. But that is a new narrative. Because if you look at interviews in the 80s and 90s, it was different. She lives in the past now because her job now is living off Elvis. It has been for the last 20 years. Now, remember, when she was with Marco Garibaldi, she didn't live off Elvis. Not really. She had a different storyline. If anything, she tried to avoid the Elvis topic. It's only in the last 20 odd years that she went back to it. Yeah. Let's have a look. Some people have hidden agendas. That's why they changed their name. Let's have a look. I find it disrespectful. I have nothing to hide whatsoever. Priscilla is very articulate. She lives in a fantasy world, though. Hi, Elaine. I'm Tev on Facebook. Because I'm always in jail on there. Hi, Elaine. I'm Tev on Facebook because I am always in jail on there. All right, Tev. All right. Yeah, okay. Emily, you're not telling us anything. We don't know. Do you have any idea of the decades of research amongst us? That's interesting. That's a good point, Emily. It is not a matter of being articulate. It's a matter of telling the truth. I was never taken in by the Priscilla because I remember the cold and detached interviews that she did about him ages ago. Yes, and we've been covering those, haven't we? The Barbara Walters interview and onwards were cruel. Almost every word said in an hour-long interview was to belittle Elvis, make Elvis look bad, make her look like the victim. Emily, what mask am I hiding? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's just check. I'm just sorry, the comments jump around. Sorry. So let's have a look. Annie, this is my last comment to you. Stop the little games. That is my name. So, all right. So, is your name Annie? Is your name Annie? Annie, those amongst us are Elvis historians. They out in hours and hours of research, even spending their own money to pay a court documents to show evidence of the wrongdoing. This is true. We've got Amy Collett, who is a proper researcher. We're very proud of Amy. Thank you, Natalie. I respect you. Where is Natalie? I can't see Natalie's comments. Natalie, did you comment? I can't. Sorry, Emily, your argument isn't worth it. Let's keep going. You will learn so much here. Yeah. And if your name's Annie, you will learn, and you must have learned a lot. Yeah. You must have learned a lot from all these different discussions. You must have. It's definitely, Natalie says, it's good to have an open mind. So then we've got Trudy. There is no hate here. Louis helped me understand the truth from the Elvis and me, but I believe the fairy tale when I read the book many years ago. Oh, thank you, Trudy. Do you know what? I helped myself learn the truth. I didn't know. Don't forget, Annie, that she had a child who she was with for 22 years with Marco Garibaldi. Yeah. I never get it how interviewers never challenge her on the discrepancies in her story over the years. Didn't she drop the Presley in the name when on Dallas when TV was over? And she took the name Presley back, didn't she? I know what you mean with the name. Come on, she shouldn't be using the name Presley. We know that, yeah? She gave that up on the first divorce sermon. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to have to go. Look, Annie, I send you love. Yeah? No hard feelings, no bad feelings. You're right. We should all have an open mind. I respect that. I'm going to have to go, guys. Take care, guys. All the best. I've got to shoot off because I've got to go and sort out my son's food. My wife's waiting for me. All of you, I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much for joining in with me. I really respect all of you. Thank you for having my back. And I've really enjoyed this live. You take care, all of you. Carry on talking between you. I'll read your comments a bit later when I come back. We'll be back tomorrow morning for another live stream. Defending Elvis. Fans want the truth. Take care, guys.